Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been indicted on federal charges of mishandling classified documents after leaving office.
This is a hugely significant development. It's the first time in American history that a former president has been indicted on federal charges, and it comes shortly on the heels of the first time in American history that a former president had been indicted on state charges. The walls around former President Trump are closing in from a legal perspective. These are very serious charges, and they're also the kind of charges that if the federal prosecutors and the Department of Justice are bringing them, as they clearly now are likely to be particularly easy to prove if, in fact, the Department of Justice has decided that these are charges that they want to bring, which they have. If you lie to federal prosecutors, it doesn't matter if you're the former president of the United States. And that's actually, while this is a serious and somber occasion, it's actually an example of one of the positives of America: accountability to the rule of law, even at the highest level. And in fact, it was striking to witness that when he was indicted in New York on the charges arising out of the Stormy Daniels affair and the classification of those expenditures, his poll numbers actually improved. Now, is that causation or is it merely correlation? It's very, very difficult to say. But one thing that we have learned over the last couple of years in particular is that the normal rules, the normal political assumptions that apply seemingly don't apply in the same way to Donald Trump. His supporters rallied around him after those New York charges. It will be interesting to see what not only his supporters, but his fellow Republicans in Congress and his fellow Republican candidates for the presidency have to say about this in the coming days.
Very sadly, we're a nation in decline, and yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far, and did much better the second time in the election than the first. And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. It's just been going on for 7 years. They can't stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person. They had the Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years. That was set up by Hillary Clinton and Democrats.
I heard a little bit, I don't know the details, but the fact that I think his case is moving in the courts is actually quite exciting. I think it's great. I think hopefully it does stop him from running for president. I mean, I think that would be great.
I think it's the rule of law playing out, and I think it's a good thing that the Justice Department's doing this and that they're doing it the right way, doing it in Florida. There's no advantage for the government. It's a sad statement, and it's a dangerous moment for us in our history, but an important one for people to stand up and realize it's not just Donald Trump either. There's still just a large number of people who support him no matter what he does.